Good morning, friends. Happy Wednesday. Happy 17th. Happy Hump Day. But even more so for all of you Canucks, happy Legalization Day. I'll cheers. And I'll cheers. That's now legal here in Canada. At least, let's just say, legalization light, some people calling it Prohibition 2.0. It's not. It's not. It's the beginning of the new world for us here. It's legal, but there's so many regulations that it's pretty strict. For somebody like me, I don't drive, I stay at home most of the time, I buy medically. It makes no difference to me. It makes no difference to my own personal being, but it makes a difference to me because the biggest thing about this is the optics. Canada is now telling the rest of the world, follow suit. Portugal did it, Canada did it. You can bet it's going to continue to push that snowball of legalization and getting rid of stigma further and further and further. And the more people I talk to, the more people agree that at least this opens the door for proper testing, for proper studies, research that can prove or disprove all these myths that are out there. And you and I all know that it will disprove 95% of the myths. We may have our own feelings that, hey, it works for this and it works for that, and testing may say otherwise. Doesn't mean it doesn't work for that, this or that for us. It means for the average during testing, it didn't. That's to come. I think we're going to see some really big breakthroughs in the first year or two of legalization here. And as Canadian research firms get most of the research dollars, you can bet that they're going to start the American research firms are going to start lobbying their government and say, come on, get off the pot. You know? Because they're going to lose out on a lot of money. Sure, they can come up here and do some research, but will they be granted the research? It's not something I know a lot about, but I do know that there are huge plans to be testing every single aspect out there because there's so much money to be made in the future of this industry. For those of you who don't know, the only thing truly legal for sale in stores as of today is flour and the accessories that go along with it. I have heard that some of these stores may start to carry some oil. I'm not sure they're allowed to. But like someone said, how often are they going to check these stores out? Can they have a sliding wall of, we know we're not being checked today, so here, yeah, we got some extra products behind this room. I don't know. I'm curious what the future will bring. It will be different per province. It always has been. Our healthcare system is different per province, is more expensive in some and less expensive in others, and less waiting lines. It's because our provinces are very, very vastly different. BC is very, very liberal, yet very open about pot. Ontario, up until a little while ago, was very, very liberal and very closed about pot. Alberta is the wild, wild west. We're wide open to all the legalization we can get within what the government of Canada is going to let us do. So I don't know, friends. I think it's worth the celebration. I think it's worth the cheers. I think it's worth the happiness because it's a step forward, not a step back. And maybe, just maybe, less people are going to be hurt by jail sentences. I hate when I have a hair sticking out like that, that's so obvious. Less jail sentences, less charges, less going to court for people who didn't do anything but partake in something that is less harmful than the alcohol that the person sitting beside him was doing. We're getting to a more logical society. It's still going to take a while. Peace and cheers, friends. Love and harmony. Catch you on the flip side. Happy Legalization Day, Canada.